And have you thought a little bit about because the carbon reduction commitment the government's bringing in this year,
Yeah.
it, at the moment it doesn't seem to take into account outsourcing in any way, working with a supplier, because, I mean, for example, someone who's got a dirty data center, for example, and is audited on that dirty data center, can then outsource it to a supplier, and they immediately see a great benefit in their carbon footprint, but the supplier sort of takes that on. So it doesn't seem to work across the full supply chain at the moment.
No, but I think it was. It was interesting in the press yesterday. I was reading some articles yesterday where people are waking up to the fact that people are exporting their problems, and literally exporting them off, outside
even
of the
to an
country.
offshore supplier.
Yeah. So it will change in the end, and I think we need to get those measures to say what's the consequence of your business, rather than only measuring those things which are in your actual perimeter.
Yeah.
Hopefully, if they were to outsource to the right people who had the right green agenda, then the solutions actually, as they outsource, would improve the carbon footprint anyway. So the initial outsource may be outsourcing a problem, but I think eventually, if the outsourced suppliers take a responsible view to the way they deliver service, those solutions will become greener and greener anyway. So.
And is it something that you've seen clients actually sort of asking for and specify? I mean, perhaps at the RFI stage, they're sort of asking suppliers, do you actually audit your carbon use?
Yeah, they in particularly public sector, it's a requirement for us to actually indicate that we're either accredited or we're on the path to accreditation. And Steria always takes a position that it needs to be an early adopter of these standards. So rather than a loose indication that we're on the way, we would say we've actually been through the pain and we are accredited. So we've already made that commitment in the UK. I would like to see those requirements being mandated much more firmly than they are at the present moment, because there's actually quite a long lead time now between recognition from the customer side that something needs to be done to actually forcing suppliers to implement those standards.
Yeah.
And it is possible still to get away with paying lip service to standards for far too long. So we'd like to see everybody follow Steria's lead and actually adopt those standards and show commitment to them very early days, and we'll transform the way we do business.
Okay, John, thanks very much.
You're welcome.